I'll wait for people to come in. I don't know what happened with my internet again. Sad. I'm sorry this is happening. I don't know what's going on. Oh well. I'll wait for people to come in. Hello, welcome, Keetris. So I played the game a bit longer, and then I realized.
A basic explanation of the class trial. So your votes will determine the results.
Welcome, Cheese, and welcome, Gordon. I didn't realize that I was talking to myself for quite a while. So yeah, looks like you've been playing Dangan for a while.
If you can.
No, I went back.
It was Hero. Don't try and deny.
I didn't.
I went back.
I am blueprint for heart and
I
all the
went
points.
back.
I don't know.
So let me fast forward. Tell me where were you guys, by the way? Which place were you guys? Also, dude, I'm skinny. Which place were you guys? I'm very surprised that no one has tried and killed me yet. Dolly and Tarf. Okay. Let's continue on then. Yada yada.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
No, it's wrong. Are we sure? I got it.
Just finish explaining about the dolly and the map.
Now that's a boldest and
I got it.
Yeah, stream died. Sorry about that.
I got it. They were a dolly and a tarp, right? So Papa's
Yeah, especially that Makoto's the one that speaks the most. Yeah, I'm surprised that I wasn't like murdered. To make sure I wasn't like, you know.
So that, okay, same thing. I'm sure that.
Okay.
But when the body just later, when Tapa's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
in other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yes.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the
Bruh,
equipment room.
that's what I'm saying! Celestia is a gambler! She knows how to get into your brain, rack you around, and mess your memory. She starts getting into you, and then you start being manipulated by her words because you start thinking that they are true after you are said something so many times. Hey, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, he just runs. I just run these trials. Yeah, with the biggest plot armor. Hey, Black Knight, welcome.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong.
Oh
And
my
nobody
God.
expects much from you anyway.
Oh my god, Celestia is really a manipulator. Yeah, how's Reflex?
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Oh my god, Celestia. Wow, I can never have anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Another thing. Yeah, she's just telling half truth, half lies. Yeah. Just 2 days ago. Oh my god. Is he okay? Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this, we're gonna add a new ingredient. On the bottom of the screen, you'll see an ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your own opponent's statements. But from now, you're locking on and pressing the left mouse won't be enough to... Now it costs you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you have to press the tab key with the tempo marker. Oh! No, I hate that. Why? I was really scared. Jesus. Yeah, he's doing much better. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good, good, good. Remember, I have to do the tab key while doing R and LB. Have to reload. Oh, okay. Am I on? Am I on? I don't remember what how much I did. Not what was the difficulty I set on? What was the difficulty I set on? Oh wait. Sorry. Gotta do something right now. Do I have a shoe? Yes, I do. Oh shoot. Where the heck did it go? Oh man. Well, that bug is forever gone. No, that bug is disappeared. I tried to get it, but then it just dropped. I don't know where it crawled away to. Okay. That's gonna be great. Hello? Bug, you there? Okay. I don't think the bug's there. Anyways. No, I'm not gonna eat the bug. Huh? Wait, wait. His ribs are almost recovered. Should be about out. Okay, that's good. Why use your shoe? You should have brought your AUG. The bug teleports behind you. Bruh, it's actually crawling my leg right now. Like, bro, what does it want from me? In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. You had it wrong. I cannot agree. I cannot agree. This should prove it.
Yeah, it's Celestia. Celestia is breaking.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have
No, I don't think it's Celestia. We're just trying to attack her. What happens is that when someone attacks you, meaning it's like you're wrong, you can't do this, you're wrong, you're wrong. If someone's attack you, you go into that area and then you just fight. And then you just fight. So it doesn't mean that Celestia is the person. It just means that Celestia is getting a bit rude. And, you gotta kill the people that are rude, I don't know where that bug went. And I'm kind of getting scared that the bug's gonna crawl up. Anyways, Aaron, welcome. Bug craves death. Bruh. Bruh, no. Celestia is eating you. Wait, what? No. Attacking you, I meant. What? If you're asking for proof, I have it right here.
I found the dolly in the repository. One of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
I see, just like Taka when Cornhead kills. Yeah. Jeez, does Celestia really hate me that much?
Anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Oh?
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yeah. He means it can't really. Robo-Justice costume. Chicken robot.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together.
Chicken robot. What does that even mean? I'm blind as a bat. I can't see in here. I can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere with this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend over at the waist. It seemed pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
Oh my god, Jill. Just out of nowhere. Yeah.
If you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Yeah, because...
I got it! I don't think taking
I'm
off
healing.
the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
You really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just
making it up?
Yeah.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Not gonna lie, Celestia x Hifumi? What? 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 Also, welcome Twaradox. I would never see that, but okay.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Yep.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo
Wow,
Justice?
Celeste is really trying. Wait a minute. Hey, let me wait one moment. Is this inside the thing or is it outside of the thing? If it was inside, then I understand that Celeste, is somehow on the ground taking a nice photo. Look how nice this photo is. It's not even angled from the ground. Number 2, if it was outside, then how is Celestia get out of the room and take a picture of it? Because, I don't know. I feel like this is either inside or outside because the door is angled that way. Alright.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's why I decided to call him just now.
So long as those
Hey,
facts
Jackie.
exist,
Hifumi was
proper
hugging the
conclusion
robot.
is beyond question.
Huh? Furin-san, what did you say? You retracted the message. So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond
The
question.
individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Try to imagine taking a picture in front of a murderer. Don't you think that Hifumi is best as Bando? I mean, I think Leon is, but that is my tastes. That is just my tastes. Even though Leon died on the first one, and I hate it. Oh well, what can you do about it?
Yeah.
That's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Leon is best character besides Kyoko. Thank you, thank you.
Perhaps, but where do we
Leon
go from
and
here?
Kyoko is my favorite characters. 2 characters. Kyoko because holy moly, she's basically the detective.
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what
For
it
real,
takes,
mine too.
we
Let's
have to do
go!
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
it. All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko,
She's like
and myself.
Batman, but not.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste.
Celestia x Celeste x Kyoko, bruh. They don't even talk. Yuri though, but the Yuri though. Celestia is probably one of my top picks because poker face, man. She's very manipulative. Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto
It
and me.
seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
You're being very sus, Celeste. You've been very sus this whole time.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing
It's
a
a silent
strange
Yuri.
As it turns
Bruh.
out, it was
Wait, how does she know the
Robo-Justice.
time?
It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect.
Would kind of go well with Yumiko and Kakaguri. I see.
But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
They're both black-haired wild gamblers. Celestia's just... I saw a shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
and then,
Let me guess, Celeste. That came from downstairs. It must have been. Fumi. It's bad. Come on, we have to go.
at
Bruh,
that
but
point
who
we
would
decided to
be
divide
top
up into
between two of them?
groups.
Toko and
Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the
I
nurse's
don't know.
office, we found Hifumi dead.
I'm
And
trying to
that's
put
when
all
we
this
heard the
information
body
together.
discovery
It's so hard.
announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor.
What does
to
that
let the
even
others know
mean?
What had happened.
What does that even mean, Taradox? Toko X Jill. Bruh, Jack X Jill. So Fury, eh? Bruh.
meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
Why
We must
not?
have found
Oh,
both
God.
bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi.
Bruh, y'all are interesting.
Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after
Celeste,
us.
again.
And she told us something very surprising.
Fumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body
It's about a
had
dad that wants to
also
go
gone
on
missing.
17 more years, so... What's 17 more years? I can do it all again. There. Interesting. But when we got there, we discovered...
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Interesting. Shoot, I'm almost out of water. This class trial is so long.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Alright. Taka? I have to find them no matter what. Okay, so...
So,
Monoculophile.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
But were they really used in that order? True.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Shoot!
So, I wonder if or perhaps it was. We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after?
So it has to be this
We
one.
already know what order they were killed in.
Wait.
Shoot!
What do I do? Is there something else I'm missing?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
What do I do? I forgot. What? Is there other stuff? Can I use these truth bullets? How do I change a bullet? I haven't played this game in a week. I don't know. If you choose the wrong statement or truth bullet, you will take damage. Yes, in the case. Focus, concentration, fast forward, yellow, change bullet time, firing truth bullets. Yeah, I don't have multiple truth bullets. I tried moving the wheel. Q key. Q key? There's a Q key? When do we use a Q key? Truth bullet flashback. If you target a weak spot, then hold down. You can use that. What's white noise? I know, if you lose all hearts, then you'll believe. And all dies beside the real murderer. Yeah. You know, it's funny because they're like, oh, you made the mistake. Come on. Get going. Come on. Into the death hole you go. Okay,
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So,
sorry, I was
regarding
working on something
Taka's
in the
death,
word. It's fine.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
What can I
We
use to
already
deflect
know
things?
what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
I can't use that.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came...
See?
Oh, do I have to take one of the things?
So
I can't
regarding
take these
Taka's
things?
death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
I can't take that.
Taka came last.
What the heck do I do?
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true
Yeah,
that...
what the heck? You can take pink words? No, those are just deflecting words. What do you mean select the bullet? This is the only bullet I have. Is that not the only bullet I have? Move the mouse wheel up or down to select the truth bullet. I did, and I don't have any. I literally don't have any. This is the only thing I have. What do I do? Think I did everything I could. I tried the two things, and I tried the other two things. What, is there a Q thing I have to do? Where, I don't know, it's supposed to reorder the truth bullets and that's it? I see nothing. It's the only truth bullet, it's the only bullet, otherwise you're set up to shoot the purple words. I accidentally shot the purple words? Is that, those are the purple words?
What makes you say that?
I shot both of them with my
It's
thing.
true that Hifumi was... while Taka's death came from...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, look, I wonder if, or perhaps it was, we already know what order they were killed in.
It. Yeah.
Shoot.
Very weird.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Give me another one.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
Again.
Shoot.
I'm just gonna. Ah.
So, I wonder if he
God.
died before, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, I did
It's
everything.
true that...
I did everything again. And it didn't work. Time waits for no wolf. What did I miss? Okay, let's go to the bottom. Weak spots is the yellow. We fired a truth bullet. We loaded, which is move the mouse wheel up or down to select. We only have that one. Quick select, Q will be automatically loaded according to their order. We don't have anything. Been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. Truth bullets, flashback. If you target a weak spot, then hold the left. I did, both of them, didn't work. Silencer, eliminate white noise with your silencer by detecting it. I don't even know what white noise is. What else? Firing, weak spots, fast forward. I already know what that is. Concentration. I already know what that is. Focus. I already know what that is. Okay, I did everything. Well, GG, y'all.
While Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Yeah, I think I just should restart.
So, regarding Taka's death, I I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice
Oh, I
Hammers.
get him second. Oh, I
It's
didn't
true
know that.
Hifumi was
Yeah, I'm
killed
getting
with
money.
Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I feel like I should just restart.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Restart, Scout.
What makes you say that?
Alright.
Because of the numbering.
It's true that Hifumi
Wait,
was
wait,
killed
whoops.
with Justice Hammer 3,
Oh.
while Taka's death came from
Okay,
a swing of
it's-
Justice Hammer 4.
Okay, should be able to shoot
So
the
it's
numbering
obvious
with the
Taka
truth
came
bullet.
after.
The numbering. You mean what I've already done?
So, regarding Taka's, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was.
We already know what
This
order they
order.
were killed. Taka came last.
And then
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
Justice Hammers.
amazing. There I died. Bye guys!
shoot.
Ah! Blech. Blech. Oh. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Have we already come to the end of the debut? Well then, the class trial has a particular adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. Ho, 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 ho. No, I tried it. I tried it. It didn't work. It put off five seconds off of my time. My color's not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. Now everyone in hand
Is
must be
this
present.
really?
Yes.
I
Let's go.
refuse to give up yet.
Let's go. Give me all those hearts back. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Alright. Yeah, okay. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Not this. This. Let's go down here. Loading truth bullets. And then there's truth bullet flashback. If you target a weak spot, then hold down the left mouse button. You can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet. I hold it down, I lost 5 seconds. Let me try again
I
then.
wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
Justice Hammers.
Yeah, it's not working.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death.
Oh wait, I'm being stupid. Okay, let's try this again. I definitely messed something up. I know what happened.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, but I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
Justice Hammers.
Thank you.
It's true that Hifumi was
Killed with while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Anyways,
So,
how are you guys doing this
regarding
fine day?
Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it
Yeah, I
was
realized
after.
something. I was being stupid.
We already know what order they were killed in.
No. Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Facepalm.
If anything,
Why are you facepalming?
that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
There we go. Taka was killed. Something relates what time he must have died. The thing. Wristwatch. So easy. Wrist. 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 Watch. 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 Oh, there was already a. I'm being dumb. Wristwatch. Hey, Ro! Yeah, it's fine. Never fails to be annoying. Yeah.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey, you, how long are you gonna keep us waiting? It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because...
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
Celestia, you're so smart.
That way, when we
Oh my
saw
God.
how they were used in each incident,
What
we'd
a
easily make
manipulator.
that wrong assumption.
Now,
Hey, bro.
if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
The Skylax? Oh, it's Celestia, 100%.
That may be true in the case
I
of
already
Taka's
assumed
murder.
that when she was acting different while we were on the chase. She was like, oh no! Someone's dead over there! Oh no, someone's dead over there! Oh no, Hifumi escaped! Oh no, this person's gone!
But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Alright, it was
Then
Celestia.
we
Give
all
me my
ran
money.
down to the nurse's office.
If she was calm, she would have been not sus, to be honest. Yeah. And plus, to be honest, we fought with Celestia.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Hero, stop being so
If
sus.
that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared.
Celestia coming
When
in to
his
save
body
her.
vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
True.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any
I'm
of
Hiro
us
in this
could have
debate.
killed
I just
Hifumi.
follow along with the
Or,
flow.
On the other hand,
True.
Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared. So they
Celestia
most
coming in for
certainly
the
could have
clutch.
done those things.
Just for herself though, not for us.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could have not been gone for more than a minute or two, though. And move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time. I think Hifumi left. Or something.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor
That
up to
much
the
weight?
third
Okay, that's a bit
in
rude.
that short amount of time?
That's a bit rude.
Yeah, there's no way. It'd be impossible.
That's a
Well,
bit rude.
what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Bro, in for the clutch! Yeah, if Toko killed them, she could have used I can't kill them without amazing technique card so she wouldn't get caught. True. True, but Toko's kind of just like having fun right now. But she's not really. Yeah, she's just having fun. She's like, ha! Murderer! She's just dancing her little jig over there and doing whatever she wants as a murderer. Because like, you know, she has free will. She's not losing anything. She's not losing anything staying here. Because she's just kind of doing her own thing. And to be honest, she's not fatigued by this whole situation. So she doesn't really need to get out. She doesn't seem like she wants to get out because she's still trying to get to Byakuya. So that Celeste just took Hifumi into her mind. Bruh.
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
I'm just saying. That's what. Look. I told you guys. I told you guys. Someone dead moved himself. Hifumi walked out of that door. I think this is what Kyoko meant by making impossible possible. Taking the I'm out. Taking me out of the situation makes it possible. Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
I'm telling you guys.
No, not another ghost.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is...
Yeah, Hifumi was awake, but I believe people, he was attacked. He was awake there, and then, he was attacked, and then dead, lying there, and then whatchamacallit, Hifumi came back, or something. Hifumi, was laying there, and then Hifumi woke up and walked away, I guess. I don't know, man.
We thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body.
I feel like
He was
Celestia
dead.
woke him up and told him to move. True.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? What do we have now? Broken wristwatch. I don't think that's helpful at all.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
I'm so confused now.
there's
Don't worry
a
about it.
chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Shush, Celeste.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Bruh,
And you know
Celeste
that
is like
how?
so closed-minded right now.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement, along
Yeah.
with the rest of us.
Hifumi woke up.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, There's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Are you saying
I
that
don't
when
know
we
how to
first
mix these
found
words up
Hifumi
to
in
make
the
it
nurse's office,
work.
There's a chance he was actually
Still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, Hifumi was dead.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
And then it goes away after that, which is confusing. So I got, oh, never mind, it doesn't go away. What the heck? I thought it disappears. Okay.
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
I'm
No,
not stuck.
it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Oh, wrong one.
And that is why the announcement.
Are we
Whoops.
really so? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal
Let me just
someone
take that one.
else's
Let's do
discovery.
this again. Sorry, I was dead brain.
Are you saying that when we first, there's a chance he...
No, it is Hifumi was dead.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
There.
No, it's wrong.
Sorry, I accidentally hold the button instead of clicking it. You know what happens?
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Didn't Kyoko just said that? Why am I taking her?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere.
They only heard one. Oh. So they only heard one announcement. It's just that they heard it. They thought they heard it right after, but it was one announcement. Right?
I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi
Yeah.
or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy.
Celeste, would you... that... You're the ultimate gambler. Make a better statement, would ya? Maybe he was just lazy. Celeste, I expected better from you. Not, oh, maybe he was just lazy.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy butt.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice. Shoot! I got it!
There.
We heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered the two bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first
Hifumi
time
was
in
alive,
the nurse's
eh?
office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing
So
that leads me to
Hifumi went
believe
and
he
killed
was still
Taka?
alive in the nurse's office.
I swear, Hifumi killed Taka, and then Celeste was just a part of it all, or something. I think that whatchamacallit did it. So, okay, here's the thing. One, I believe that Hifumi made the robot, made sure that the robot kidnapped, quotation marks, him, Hifumi. Sorry. So they made sure to kidnap Hifumi. Hifumi was later in the nurse's office, and then he escapes. He was playing dead, and then he escapes to go clean up Taka, which I believe he did kill because of the whole, situation. And I feel like someone just went into the room. Huh. Because someone definitely... Wait, then nobody killed everyone. Then who attacked Hifumi? Now that I really think about it, the mastermind of this whole plan was really, like, not a part of this whole thing at all. So what I think happened is, Celeste was teaming up with Hifumi. Hifumi then faked to kill Taka. Hifumi then, revived to save Taka. Not save Taka, to drag Taka. In which Taka was gone, and Hifumi was also gone. And then Hifumi locked... Yeah, they played it very, very passively. Like, they just let it on action. They did no work at all. They literally did zero work at all, except for dragging them up and down so Hifumi can do what he needs to do. I seriously think that's Celeste. Celeste talked to Hifumi. Hifumi then drags... Hifumi just, like, did everything. And Celeste was there to just initiate the plan. Because I really believe that is Hifumi's writing. And Hifumi made sure that... I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to piece everything together, but I am certain that Celeste was in this situation, and Hifumi was kind of in, like, a duo situation. But yeah. frog, welcome. But wait, what Monokuma said was that the only one who would have killed. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think that Celestia has the alter ego and used it to get Hifumi to follow or something like that. So Hifumi was really looking for alter ego. I guess he didn't really care about it. And maybe was tricked Hifumi just to play dead, and he didn't know that they were actually going to kill someone. There's a lot of different things going on. I really don't know.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole
Not
thing
too
is
bad of a theory, to be honest. I mean, I've always thought Celeste was the actual culprit because of how she acted. Alright, time to do this. What's next? Yeah, glasses. I thought that would pop up somewhere. Bruh, I didn't do nothing.
So here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom,
Try to find a
his
Danganronpa
body
stream.
disappeared.
Really? I mean, I've been playing Danganronpa for like 12 streams. This is the 12th. Oh my god, I swear there's a bug over there.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after, other than the change in how it was positioned,
Oh, sorry. I thought I was gonna... There was no other... There was a change! Okay. You know... Yes, that is a contradiction, but, you know, I guess to your logic it's not.
his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw it was in the
But when you compare his body before being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Okay, here it is. I need to wait.
No, it's wrong.
But please, no spoilers. Yeah. Thank you very much.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the
Yes, very
repository.
clear. Wink. You know, glasses, Claire.
His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office.
Nice. Double the stuff. Double the stuff. Let's go.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera. And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Yo.
The character was Princess Piggles.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to
I highly doubt. I don't know.
See your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Bruh.
Dishes is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Makoto is too smart.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
Hiro, you just stay okay over there.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Makoto, big brain.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him. right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But
Yes.
then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Oh, yeah. It's the whatchamacallit. I really am hero in this debate. Aren't we all?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
And Skolak told me to stay put.
Figured if he was gonna
Just
play
enjoy
dead,
the
he should
show.
go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, it should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Taka himself. He just. I'm moving myself.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right?
How he became a zombie and Taka defended
So me and
himself.
Sakura headed
Bruh.
to the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's
So
body
are we
to the
still sure it's
repository.
Celeste? I think it is. I mean, Celeste was with Hifumi before he was kidnapped, quotation marks, by, you know, Hero, I guess. What if they were ambushed by the T-side when defusing the bomb together? Bruh. Taka with that white hair. Bruh.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case.
No.
He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I
Just
can't believe it.
it.
No,
If
I'm
you're
joking.
having
Oh,
trouble,
okay.
would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Bruh, Kyoko with that grin! Let's
You know
go!
what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
I got it!
That.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away,
Hifumi, a
aren't
killer?
you?
Actually, I can see it. Bruh.
Hidden note?
Yeah.
That's right.
I
He
already
found it
said
stuffed in his
Hifumi
pants.
was one of the people.
What?
In his...
Yes, his pants.
Sakura's just like, yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet up in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
That person could only have been Hifumi's pants! The other person!
I got it!
Oh, then Kyoko have a
That's
tank
right.
then.
Taka!
Bruh, true.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi.
Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every
Hifumi's
time?
pants. What's the point of being accomplice? Only one person can lead the kill. I was thinking it's, whatchamacallit. It was me, I did it, LOL.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Well, Huffy wrote it.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
There.
No, that's wrong.
Her tongue can be crazy, not gonna lie. What it do though? Oh god. Potato.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
She's just a murderer.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Fumi pants on the loose and kill Taka. The Hifumi pants just jumped off his dead body, run, killed Taka, came back like nothing. She TikTok funny app LMAO. Oh my god.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
True. I always suspected it. The way they magically stayed on his perfectly round body. They had to go. They had to up to something. Oh my god. I like how Skellig say a lamau extra spice. What? I add that spice with my words. Try to imagine if we quiet, will Bayaka go protect us? I guess so. Because they're like, oh, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap
Lamau.
and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yeah, Sakura.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Hiro, calm down.
Sorry, no.
Fumi pants would be big insta for Taka.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
And waits until now to put it together. I know!
Whoever did.
I know,
the
right?
mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Yes. So...
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file...
Probably why Kyoko asked us to open his hand. Yeah. If a dead body forms a fist, it would be impossible to open it, you know, without breaking the fingers. Ugh. Maybe dead body muscle would be lock, I think. Maybe.
The way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Bruh, Hiro, oh my god. Did you get big brained? What happened? Hey, Zuriko, welcome. I really like Danganronpa. Me too.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
I'm not giving spoilers, but Celeste is sus though. Like, talk one time and silent the next minute for the next 9 minutes. Isn't that everyone? They're literally, like, silent when they are. Sometimes that hair has thoughts. Yeah. But I'm not Hero now, I guess. Bruh. But I've always thought Celestia was sus and the mastermind behind this all. Like, from the very beginning.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Koga on the first try was silent all the time, isn't it?
So then,
Yeah, kinda.
what was used to kill Hifumi?
Alright. Spotless hammer. Oh yeah, this. Maybe Scalp was the killer. Bruh! No.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers!
Sky does look like she could rock a gothic Victorian dress. Maybe she did? Bro, what do you mean?
The murder weapon weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Look
If
at that.
the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Look at that. We big brain.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
What do you mean? I am not
If that's
Celeste.
true, that would
And
explain
indeed,
the
welcome.
Monokuma Files note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with.
Big
And
brain.
the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping
Celeste,
someone
you're
else
trying to fish
carry
that
out.
up?
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Oh, at least what I thought, but... Oh, what's going on? Indeed. Why do you seem so mad?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Oh, why did I shoot that? Okay. Yeah, I know how to do it.
Based on the
I'm being
rules,
stupid.
Even if more than one, only the one who actually
take that.
carried out the act can assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible.
That is how the
Sorry,
rule
I'm not
was
thinking
But
before I
that
do
only
things.
really applies if there's one murder. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out, even if more than one person is complete, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible.
No, it's wrong.
Y'all don't want to see Celestia so mad, bro. I already
Since there
fought
were
with
two murders,
Celestia.
it's at
I
least
already fought
plausible
with
that more than one
Celeste.
person was
I've already
involved.
fought with her. She is mad. Thank goodness I defeated her. Who would Hifumi simp so hard that he'd even kill? Game is too big brain, I couldn't speak.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes
To be honest, I
possible.
wonder if Skylar had a hard time with the last part the Osu
You're
thing.
saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices
Kind
to
of.
commit two separate murders.
I don't know. I did the Osu part with Celeste this round. It was in the beginning, but I beat it first try.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
I need your help. What's up?
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
We're in a murder game.
Think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristics this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really... Yeah, she is! She is! Is it true that artifacts are cooking tools? I don't think so. If real traits were like this, I wouldn't dodge jury duty so often. Real trials? Well, when it comes to these trials, emotion really plays out. So it's not really too much logic. It's more like all 10 people are in the same ranking, and there is a lot of bias, which is sometimes bad, you know? A lot of times bad. I'm just thankful that Kyoko was here. Because if it wasn't that and I wasn't here, then, well, we'd be dead. Because everyone else is so convinced about something that seemed like that, is like that. She almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But
If it's
then
for
who
food,
would-
no.
Problem numero uno right now.
An answer from an expert. Ah yes, Gordon.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Let's go.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
And I love how manipulative you are. It's basically a trial where everyone is a defendant and there's no due process.
A joke? I wonder.
She's like the ultimate detective or something. Like the ultimate big brain. That's true. I think she is a detective. She seems like a detective.
So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Oh man. Celeste, calm down there.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
The paper hidden in Hifumi's pants! The screaming!
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the
They
suit.
screamed alike.
doesn't it?
I swear they're working together. My god.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi
Bruh.
ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Okay, Byakuya. Byakuya. Ooh, girl, you need some holy water with that mouth. True.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Bruh, Byakuya is actually useful.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
Hello, Mio-san. Welcome.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
Blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Oh, you're scaring me. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the subscription, Mio. Oh! Okay. Can I continue? Joe must have really chilled him out. Good for them. True. Well, he still said that he did something. What was that howl? Oh yeah, it was a short howl. I didn't feel like doing the whole thing because I'm kind of dry right now. I ran out of water. I ran out of water. What was that? Oh, that was just a small howl. I'll do a long howl at the end. I don't care if my voice gets away because it's the end of the stream. Surprised howl. I saw him, that strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab,
Let me tell my friends to
it
stop.
was time
thank
for her
you.
partner to get to work.
Thank you. I hope they enjoy my entertainment. Why didn't you drink? I have like one gulp. It was time for her partner to get to work. Yeah, I can howl. He probably did huh? Hifumi's pants team up with Celeste. True. What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been. Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. It's bad. Come on, we have to go.
It was to get us to divide into two groups.
Oh,
So
shoot.
that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Oh, shoot.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Ah, shoot. Very well then. You come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well,
Hey,
if
Gabby,
Celeste
welcome.
and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events
Welcome to
suddenly
the
become
stream and welcome
connected.
to the Salad Gang. If Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chances and events suddenly became connected. What if Celestia's notes was meant for Hifumi's pants? Bruh. Gabby, okay. Welcome. I'm guessing you're Mio-san's friend.
And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on.
The one we chose. Oh god! Keep on scaring me! Thank you for the subscription, Gabby! Shoot. Now I'm subconscious about howling. I'll do a long howl at the end of the stream. I'm almost done. I have 8 minutes. So I will howl in 8 minutes. And I wanted to thank you. Anytime. I'm just chilling with Celestia
signal
being
Hifumi,
very
wasn't it?
sus. Oh god, Gordon, come on.
It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
true. Oof, this might end on a
I
cliffhanger.
just realized another
Yeah, let me try
strange
and end
thing.
this.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I was certainly not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I just had to. By God.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Yep, it is.
Tina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body
Flaccid.
disappeared,
Welcome.
right?
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Shad Gang. Oh God, keep on surprising me with these. Thank you for the subscription, Frog Mew. Welcome again to the Salad Gang. Welcome, Peter. Celeste is probably speechless.
Yeah.
I was feeling kind of sick.
kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help you.
I feel so
sneak out of the
bad.
nurse's office.
Celeste's like, Makoto's like, oh, Celeste doesn't care about you.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very
Bruh,
ugly
look at
indeed.
Celeste on the corner. She looks so... Shoot.
Wouldn't you agree,
She's like,
Celeste?
shoot. Wouldn't you agree,
I
Celeste?
have no idea what you mean.
Oh, Celeste!
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
The rich
I
downfall.
didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
Ah, Celestia's slipping! Celestia's slipping!
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Playing the dumb card. Oh, shoot. Thank you, Flaccid, for the subscription, and welcome to the Salad Gang. She's playing the dumb card. Oh my God. Always has been. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die just like those guys did.
I remember
Those
her saying
guys!
that too.
Those guys!
Don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the
Those
equipment room.
guys. Did someone say Among Us? Hey, imposter Among Us? Yes, very sus. Very sus. Staring at Dagger in front of him. Also, Celeste right beside him. We must see the execution.
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office.
Those guys.
Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything.
Let's go!
Every
Yeah,
day.
those guys. Only one
Think
person
about it.
was killed.
Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Oh my God, keep on scaring me with these things. Denial. Bruh, Celeste is such in denial. But thank you for this, for the $1 dono. Denial. I have to howl. Okay, let me drink some water. Oh! Thank you for the dono. Welcome, a fellow crewmate. Welcome. Welcome, a fellow crewmate, to the Salad Gang. Oh my God. What is it? Ray, what are you doing? Alright, thank you for the dono, Ray. Ho! Ho! I'm gonna lose my voice. Oh my God. I'm gonna lose my voice. Was beautiful. Yes, it is. Hydration. Those howls. Ray do be looking. I think about Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of
I
place.
see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
Oh my God, what is it? I'm trying to play the game! Ray! At least please put it in one area so I don't have to howl like 3 times. But thank you for the dono. Oh! Oh! My voice is gonna die. We all has gathered here to see the execution. Yeah, we gotta get this. I see what you're talking about.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
Thank you for the dono. Oh! Oh! I'm trying to speedrun this!
If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Firecare said that Celeste comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? Do we... We already understand it!
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
Her owl is so
That's
strange.
all it takes to finish this.
Yeah.
It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Sorry! It's just that I had to put it somewhere.
All I said was, they must be really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh, I have to do the strange thing onto the... For
All I
us.
said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around.
Us.
Frightened. They must
Us.
be. We are all going to die. We are going to die. And that is all.
And that's all it takes to finish. What was so strange about Celeste's
Take
comment?
that and then put it on the other side. Oh, so much. You know the music before the truth bullet reports are amazing.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight
Alright,
of
let's
us
go.
standing
Come on, come on,
around, frightened and
Come on, come on, come on.
confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like.
Finally! Oh my god! Just delaying the inevitable. Yeah. Trying to pick up scabs.
That's right. There's no reason
Crumbs.
Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you
True.
know, Celeste?
Did her accent change? Kind of. But I think she was just mimicking herself.
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
She almost there.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
You are trying something again.
Imaginations.
Skillup went and messed
You
up.
claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Celeste broke the fourth wall and heard all of Celeste's content.
So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a
In
timer.
2021, though, guys, is a generic term. I used it for my girl pals as well. Me too.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Yeah. What if it's just giving it a
What do you
hug?
mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
if it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. Hifumi is dragging. They're dancing! The suspect and Hifumi have been drinking. They're dancing.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away.
Yes, Kyoko versus Celeste. Big brain versus big brain. True.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Celeste just died there. Let's go, guys! Celeste died there!
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther.
Sorry, Scott, I had to clear out that 90 subscriber. Huh? What? What happened? I feel like I missed something. But welcome back, name, I guess? Thank you?
If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Now I have never noticed her crazy big hair drill pigtails.
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
The Peter guy thing. Okay.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Thank you then, Nate. Think she can prove that there's no way. Oh. Oh, that's what you did. Oh, okay, name. Alright. Thank you, name, for your valiant effort.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Yo, I just steal $100 for myself. Nice. How did I broke the voice box? What do you mean?
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfect if the person inside the suit was unconscious. There's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Huh? Okay,
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
there, finally.
No, that's wrong.
I'm trying. I'm trying to finish this as fast as I can. The BTM is amazing.
No. Even if the person inside the suit
Thank
were
you.
unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the
We
way
got
it
some
was.
unexpected ASMR. Sorry about that. Oh, Celeste! What is that new face we have? Celeste is breaking character? Is this what I see?
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit.
Yeah, they found the
was to
suit.
blame.
Yo, Celeste is kind of dying over there.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Celeste's fixing herself right back up again. Oh, is it time for another fight, Celeste?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Yo, Celeste's definitely dying. Oh my god. Celeste, you good over there?
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hero, Yasu Hero.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Oh my god. She really wasn't expecting us to figure out basic design flaws. Execution, execution. Accent change. Celeste is trying her hardest.
He said, and I quote,
Oh,
"Yes,
got it.
hero."
The people who made this game came from BZB. Huh? What's that?
In other words, Yasuhiro Hakakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Celeste. Oh my god. Oh! Really? Dragon Ball. Oh, that's what you meant. Dragon Ball Z. Oh! I don't know. There's so many companies that probably has DBZ in them. How am I supposed to know that if nobody in my life talks about it 24/7? But yeah, that's cool.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Remember how every minute takes 5 episodes to explain?
How did he refer to each of us?
Oh shoot, I forgot. Wait.
I got it! That's right! Our last
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
Bruh, Celeste needs to calm down. Remember how, yeah.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Celeste, calm down. You will never defeat the amazing Kyoko.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Indecent.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Celeste slipping. I think they hired a character design that had worked on it, but they did not actually contract. Oh, huh, interesting. Name, I think you're thinking of Camera and Arc of Hunter x Hunter.
No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say?
Celeste?
to think you'd take your false accusation so far. I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
Pretty much. No.
Well, do I?
Frog pickle. Alright. Do I? Celeste, calm down there.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up!
That wide open.
My
Red
name
is sus.
is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up. So then I have to do something to make her accept it. Alright. What's going on? She bouncing like...
Tafumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
Oof.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
Flipping
I'm
out.
not pretending.
Chill down.
It's the truth. And
Wow,
since you have no way to contradict me.
Let's go. Give me your ebook. Chill down. Stop screaming. Relax,
That's
girl.
it. The handbook.
What?
Wow, she's a disgrace to Ludenberg, huh?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Oh, just give
That's
me
how
the
we
handbook.
can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
True.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Alright, time for this. The final thing. Oh, what is this? So Celeste over here. What is this thing doing over here? What is this thing doing over here? Alright. Bro, why does he look like that? Oh. No, that's just What is this? They're just to throw you off. I know, but it's so funny why they decided to bring this picture. What's here? What would this be? I know that this would definitely be here. would this be though? Sus. Oh! Oh! I didn't see that. This finds him and checks his watch, goes for the blow with a Justice Hammer 4. Like that. Wait. It would do this. Wait, let me actually... Alright, time to sing. Time to sing. Why are we singing? Shanty-like melody in my head. Okay, let me try something. So... When did they see Celeste? Okay. Was it 4? What was it? It was 2, right? He used the 4. Okay, there's the 4. And then was it 3 or 2? I think it was 3. Yeah. Is it 2? So the whole Celeste is talking about became her own death. Yeah. Bruh. Sad. Okay, so... what hammer did they use? That's the thing I'm questioning about. I think he used the second hammer for this? Wait, no, he used the 4th hammer for this. Okay, no. Where's the poster? We're not using the poster. Okay.
The killer is you!
Let's see.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
1 a.m.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Got him.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Okay, so far so good.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him. While the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the
That's what I'm saying, that it's nicely set up.
When they were done with
yeah,
it,
Alter
they
Ego has
shoved
literally
still
zero
unconscious
involvement in this
into
murder.
the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Where can you even find drugs? Oh, it's in the nurse's office.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Nice.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which the reason hammer number 4 was used. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For
Oh,
these
alright.
attacks, the killers
Jason,
pretended to be the victims.
good luck with that.
to
I'll try my
solidify
best.
Robo-Justice as the
I'm trying my
suspect.
best over here, but thank you for coming back.
The first fake incident was
Take
the
care.
attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see they wanted to make sure we bought the surprise. The second fake incident was the attack in the lab. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story.
Whoops.
With these 2 incidents, the killers were that the suspect was increasing the size of. We fell right into their trap.
I didn't know it was a 2. I thought it was like 3. Alright. And then let me put 3 here. Alright.
The killer is
There.
you.
Do I have to do everything?
So,
Da 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 da.
first fake
Finally. Oh. Kinda thing is that?
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator.
What the
and
heck is
Justice
that?
Hammer 3, and turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Oh.
We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to them, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time,
So
he
Hifumi was a
snuck
villain?
into the equipment
Yeah.
room.
He agreed with the devil. And which that
He
happened.
wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened
Hifumi
in
is
this
the ultimate
case.
simp. Oh. What the? What is going on? It's Celeste. Bro, that's so epic.
Sorry, you lose.
I lost?
Celeste, this is the first time you lost.
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
Let's go!
I, Celestia Ludenberg.
Fumi's
Actually-
preferred.
No, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko. Taiko?
Keiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
A shame. Celestia would have made a great couple.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Bruh, do you like her new accent? She's like, I'm the kind of person. Once I lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
A, A, Let's go A. Yeah. Taika Yasuhiro. Yo, her accent. I actually like her accent. Yo, 105? Was that
Okay,
it?
Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Yeah. That was her accent. Holy moly. Yeah, she didn't fight back. She's like, once I lost, I lost.
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
She's so depressed. No.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes
So we're
are
still
tallied,
voting for
who will
Byakuya,
become
right?
the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Whoa. Bye, Celeste. Aw. She fought so hard. It's Byakuya. What did Byakuya even do for the extra thing? Oh well. It's basic formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time is the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme. Was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. Why this VTuber no sleep? I will. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's impetude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him agreed.
So then,
So you didn't use, you know? I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice. I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by my name. But it was the only thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Yo! He tied up my girl boy Chiro. I'll never forgive him. He actually helped this time. Punishment time. Does she me? Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
How did you know?
just a second.
We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How
In
sad.
other words,
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you use it to drag Hifumi into the plan you've come up with. Right again. Last night, we had our meeting about how it disappeared. I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It's about what was stolen, and I know who did it.
What?
Also, nice room. Where the heck did you get all these figurines?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see?
Damnation!
Her, you mean him? Bring your torches and pitchforks. Bruh. This is the motive.
Say what?
as for me,
He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
as for me,
Announced then. It's hard for... Oh my god! Whoa! Abuse... What?
what? Damnation!
Wow. That's a bit far. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. Okay. I mean, he got a little crazy, but go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. Huh, I can't express how enjoyable that was.
Completely unforgivable!
Most unfortunate. Actually,
Used her to escape, and he has made you his target.
What?
Taka's going to try and kill you.
indeed.
Views is not a joke or a lie. It is definitely a lie.
Leon?
Honestly.
I swear, I will save her!
Actually,
Just so happens that I come up with a plan. I've devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. It is complete. Oh, nothing. I'm gonna sleep, Ray. Such a worse person. I kinda hate Celeste now. Yeah. I mean, Celeste's smart, but the way she plays is ruthless. Read without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love has a twist, as that can still drive— I'm almost done! Can still drive people mad, it would seem. I'm almost done! I'm almost done. You discuss. Said that out loud and he still wasn't suspicious. Yeah. For some reason. Sat regretting all the gifts. I mean, I don't regret it. You disgust me.
See.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him was do something that hid the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it.
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Sleep, I will. Yeah, my parents. Yeah, on the knocks. It's a high-level discussion now. Life must have been tough for your parents, though. I feel like I can cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you expect the part about him playing dead? What she asked us, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with
That's simple. After he did his part, pretending to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him that he'd be seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death. But he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there is to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. Seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed that the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would be at no point of my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself. How can a human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's not issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like
I
Byakuya.
wonder about
No,
that.
he drives his pleasure from the thrill of hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? Was it really just for money? What are you talking about? Are you talking about that is a lot of money? It's true, but that's not all there is to it. For the moment our new life here began, my only thoughts have been escaped. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously that was a lie. Huh?
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from one day. More than anyone else in here.
You little
I want to
bitch.
get out. Every day it was fresh torture. And do you want to know why?
This
Huh?
is fine.
Because I had a dream. Accepting a life here would only meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I can ever do that. On the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical kill.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was that dream
isn't
of
it
yours?
wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Wow. You still remember reveal? Oh yeah, my cookie reveal. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfied my every need. Oh god. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of
This
delicacy.
is fine.
Living my rest of my life was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Wow. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge,
There is
but
nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I be?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you will really be able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think of nothing of sacrificing others for my own needs. I feel
do
nothing.
you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. It isn't terrifying about how different our values are. It's simply no room for
What
understanding.
is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take my pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The consciousness deceives the unconscious. She's just like with her fantasies. True. Instead of achieving that dream, she called her own death. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice
Isn't it
then,
wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie and Alec.
Hey,
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. And what she did, she looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed that she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. That weak, fake smile that would betray her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Damn.
Now then, I've prepared a very special
ultimate
plan.
gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got.
Alright,
Guess
let's
I'll
go.
let Kyoko hold on to this.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What? Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
Whoa.
Which is
Celeste,
why-
here's your voice.
Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again in another life.
Alright. It's over. The third execution is over. Celestia's death is over. Celestia killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I also considered her as a friend too. Well, that was anticlimactic. Did the fire kill her, or is it the fire truck? I think it was both. And for him to just come along and, how fitting, she got fire truck coon. Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free from their regrets from the outside world, and so many people had to die. You
Extreme!
guys are still young. You need to place more value into your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys are gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
let me out of here!
I'll just throw it in the trash if you just let me out of
Too
here.
bad.
You're the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. Wow, only 3 feels like more, because a lot of people died. Alright. I'll be going. Let me save first. So that's done. I'll see you guys next time. Holy moly. That was... wow. Celeste. I thought you would be the final one. One of the final ones. I mean, I guess they are one of the final ones, but I really hope that I would find Celeste in the future. In, like, the final 4 or something. But yeah. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow, I don't remember what I'm doing, but I'm doing something. See you guys. Bye-bye. Oh!